Hey guys, Nolar here, back on Jin&Nolar channel, and we're wrapping up the end of the year, which means we should be doing some interesting stuff. I wanted to do a tier list of the LRs released in 2021, and here's what I've got. And yeah, right now I wanted to get Jin in, but he's super busy with work, and he won't be able to do anything for a while, and I figured, hey, might as well just record it. He gave me his blessing too, so here we are. But just to be clear, this is my opinions, my tier list here, what I believe is a good unit, not a good unit compared to the rest. So basically, one unit that might be here, that should probably be here, at least in some of your guys' discretion, is the LR Babidi and Majin Buu. They were released in 2020, like literally December 28th of 2020. So that's why I didn't include them here. And this is mostly just JP units, right? So obviously I could include them for if you guys wanted to talk about it, but I didn't for the sake of it. So here we are. Let's dive right in. I'm going to go easily off the top with what I think is probably the only D unit, and these guys, 17 and Frieza. Yeah, 17 and Frieza, not the best at all. I tried to justify when I pulled them that they were really good, but they just were not good. And yeah, I know what they were trying to do, but it just didn't work. It didn't work for me. Again, because it's Frieza and 17, they don't really have the best key links. I'm not key links, the links in general. I mean, they have some stuff, but it's just hard to really organize a team around them. So that's why they're right here at D. Probably the only units that deserve to be D. Let's just keep with TOP theme right now, okay? So let's look at basically the 6-year anniversary. Roshi, where are you? You're an easy yes. You're probably the best free-to-play LR that didn't get an ETA. So there is that. Again, he's like, again, a free-to-play unit. You just farm, grind, get him rainbowed, all that kind of stuff. Well, he did get an EZA, but again, when I think of EZA, I think of like not release, get an EZA. I'm gonna go on a whole tangent, but anyways, yeah, raises attack by for Ultra Super 628% for 1 turn. Mega Colossal damage, steals enemy. Like, he's really good. Turtle School, I'm waiting for an actual Dokkan Fest exclusive, but he's pretty good with the Turtle School stuff. Again, he's got a revive, which there are only a handful of units ever released that have a revive mechanic, so there's that. Yeah, easy yes. As a free-to-play, he should be something you should get, obviously. Especially for Universe 7 or USS, he's a very, very good unit. Okay, moving on. TOP. Okay, God, Goku, and Hits. I will put them ahead of Roshi. There or here, actually put them in A. Reason why, and then this is my justification for if units I go S or A, I would generally go with the lower one unless I can officially push them ahead to something else. God, Goku, and Hit, they're fantastic. I mean, they're the last unit released on Global, so most of you guys are just beginning to see his capability, their capabilities. Now, my biggest issue with these guys is strictly they've only got 4 categories. So Universal Fire Saga, Joint Forces, Laser Resistance, Accelerated Battle. But they're really good, especially you pair this guy up, this card up with Tech Hit. Fantastic. Now that Tech Hit has ZCA, really, really good. The active skill is unique because it gives 13% attack and defense forever in the battle, right? It's not just 1 turn only or whatever. So yeah, overall really good, but really limited. And that's why I put them at A. Otherwise, if they had more versatility, I put them up higher. Okay. Let's keep going with TOP. All right, well, let's go here with Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. Fantastic card. Really, really good. I think a top 5 card. The only reason I put him at S is that he needs to build up on the damage reduction, which kind of is okay. But if you take a Slooper in slot 1 before he even gets a chance to, take a super or whatever, yeah, he's getting hit for a ton of damage. So overall, I mean, you build him up a little bit, he's pretty good. You get a revive skill pretty easily. There's that. Other issue I have is his active skill. Cool, it's an AoE and it makes sense, but like you'll never see the active skill in an AoE situation ever. So it's not a very effective active skill. Like, it does damage to a single target, fine. But if you're like, hey, I want to maximize the damage and do an AoE, yeah, you're just never seeing that, like, ever. So there's that. He's slightly below what I would say is the first Z unit we have, or Z, depending on where you're from, with UI Goku. UI Goku is just fantastic through and through. The only, like, dodging 70% time, fantastic, except when it doesn't happen on Super Battle Road and you eat a super or whatever. Dodge the normals, eat the super. It's, you know, it's all the UI Gokus do, right? But outside of that, he's a brilliant unit, fantastic unit. But the only downside to him is when they disable dodge. So we're talking the Legendary GT Goku, Legendary Goku event, all that stuff where you just can't dodge. He's kind of a paperweight. And that's where Vegeta, Blue Evolution Vegeta, or Royal Blue Vegeta, shout out to Toon, would be more useful. But overall, I think he's just so good in so many categories. He's not the de facto unit you would take every time. Like I said, the Legendary events that you just won't take him. But overall, you would probably take him for about 90% of your runs. So that's why he's in Z. Go with that. U7, 17. He's so good. This card is so good. The active skill animation is great. But they're a B. And A. Sorry. A. They're super limited. USS, U7, that's all you really want them on. Can't really run them on anything else. But when you can put them there, they shine very well. So similar to God Goku and Hit, where they're fantastic, but on limited teams, that's where 17. And did we cover all of... Like we did. Okay. Let's go through the Namek Saga, okay? Goku and Vegeta. Vegeta Goku. They work really well. They hit super hard. They are fantastic, but maybe that's a B. I can't really tell. I'll leave him an A for now. The issue I have with them is just getting to exchange from Vegeta to Goku. That's the hard part. Got to be below 30% HP. Pretty difficult. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. But Vegeta on his own is pretty good, and when you rarely see Goku exchange, he's very good himself. The downside is you're going from extreme to super, so if you're trying to run those mono style teams, that's never going to work if you manage to get the exchange mechanic off. That always irks me. Like, I never liked the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta going to super to extreme. Never really felt right to me. But yeah, overall, I would say they belong there. That much ahead? Yeah, no, you know what? I'll put them in B. I think B is better. Like I said, if I said A or B, it would be the lower one. These guys, Gohan and Krillin, I'll put them in A. They're better to me because they can consistently get more supers off. They have the mechanic where they get more ki per ki sphere. And then if you get to 24 ki, you get the additional supers, all that kind of stuff. The battle damage, or not battle damage, the battle suit change, I should say, exchange. Cool. But cool. Yeah, they're really good. I didn't rainbow these guys. Like, then these two cards I didn't really go hard on, so I never really rainbowed them out the bat. But Gohan and Krillin are, now I've rainbowed them now, and they're very good. Very, very good. So I put them at A, slightly above Vegeta and Goku. Again, the only problem with Vegeta and Goku is just the mechanics to get to use the card fully. It's like AGL LR Gohan, right? He be it at like B tier as well. Great card, but how many times am I going to see him go Super Saiyan 2? Yeah, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Okay. What else is from Namek Saga? All right, well, we'll go with the big boys now. All right. Thing Goku. Yeah. One of the first cards that have both Mega Colossal in 12 and 18. I don't think any other card besides Frieza has it. So that's fantastic. He stacks defense on 12, so he becomes a defensive monster fairly quickly. And he stacks attack on 18. Just the finisher against extreme units, which is less popular than super boss types. That's kind of the slight issue with him, but not bad enough to knock him down a tier. The other thing too is his guaranteed crit against Friezas. There's not a lot of Friezas. That's, kind of a null point, but overall that's pretty good. Fantastic unit. Animation looks great. Legendary Existence and Super Saiyan lead fan is great. Like, I just no other way to describe it. He's awesome. So definite easy Z. On the lower end of Z compared to like UI Goku in terms of usefulness or worth. But yeah. Dynamic. Yeah, he's the #1 LR of 2021. Easy Z number 1 LR of 2021. Why? Look, stacks attack on 12, and again, when you know the kit, you put them in slot 1, they get hit. Additional super, you put them in slot 2, they have a medium chance. 2 and 3, medium chance of super again. One time I managed to get 4 supers in a row in slot 2. Got an AoE unit hit from Broly, so got the hit, so that's the additional. Got the 30% chance and the hidden potential. Dude just shredded the hell out of Broly. Again, the finisher is great against super units where there's a little bit more super boss types. You think of it, Legendary Goku event, Legendary GT Goku, Legendary Vegeta, Infinite Dragon Ball History. There's so many other one of those. Yeah, you're going to get those finisher moves off so many times. On top of that, he guaranteed crits against Goku. Like I just mentioned, 2 legendary events with the name Goku in it. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of Gokus. So he is just so much more valuable. And he's so much more fun. I guess I never really should say that's a factor, but when I first played with him, it was just insane how good he was. Again, he stacks defense on 18 and attack on 12. You're never going to be hurting for defense because you're going to kill your opponent so fast that it doesn't matter. Like, the best defense is the best offense, right? And that's exactly the mantra that Full Power Frieza lives by. So easy Z, #1 2021 LR of the year. Okay, let's keep going. Let's do the G, guys. I think we only got 2. B tier. Shadow Dragon Army. Yeah, GT bosses, but unfortunately, they don't really have a lot. I think it's like 70% attack and defense. Another 70% attack and defense on super attack. I think they debuff as well on their supers, which is good, but it's just not a lot to their kit. They support GT bosses, which is great, but GT bosses as a whole is limited because GT doesn't have a ton of stuff. And there's some units that should be added on there. There's not, right? Like some 17 units that should be, but they're not. But anyways, overall, I think they're good. They're good. The problem is they're Battlefield LR, so we've only got 4 copies. The 5th one should be in the next like 3 to 6 months here. They're good, but very limited, right? They don't have much uses outside of Joint Forces, Shadow Dragon Saga, and bosses. That's it. Literally 3 categories. Super 17. B, but high B, low A. I guess you could argue, but I'll go high B. Again, he's a good unit, like very well made, but for androids, even though he leads GT bosses, it makes no sense. We have a lot of good supports on androids, especially with the Android 17 and 18 Dokkan Fest exclusive. Like, we are oversaturated on android units. We didn't need another android's lead. We needed something else. Either way, I just think 17 should... His kit, where it says androids or whatever, should be based around GT bosses, and that would make him fit better. Problem is, he just won't maybe link well with a lot of the other GT bosses units, but again, just kind of where they put him, so put him in B. All right, let's go through World Tournament and Prime Battle stuff. Okay, Mercenary Tau. Yeah, great. He has a high chance to stun on both 12 and 18 key. But the downside to like World Tournament units is like he's a Dragon Ball Saga. Most of the units in World Tournament are Dragon Ball Saga based. And like, yeah, well, like it needs more love. Like it needs more love on the Dokkan Fest exclusive side of things and all that stuff. So he leads Dragon Ball Sagas, but it's just, there's not much to go with. You know what I mean? On top of that, it's flat, that's stat boost for him. Again, as like a World Tournament unit, Prime Battle LR, it's just So limited categories, okay card. that's where I put him. I don't think mine's rainbowed. I think I'm missing 1 or 2 copies. Again, I don't push hard on World Tournament anymore. I'd rather not play World Tournament, but hey, free stones are free stones, right? So yeah, C. Prime Battle LR Gohan. I think he's a B. B because Exploding Rage needs a little more support or diversity. He doesn't really do that. He's just a hard-hitting unit. He also relies on Goku to be there. As a card, he's fantastic. Like, he's really, really good. But you need Goku around. Some of those categories he's on, like Hybrid Saiyans, obviously, besides God Goku, you're not going to have Goku around. Other than that, like, flat boosts. Obviously, when he gets an easy A, I mean, he just released this year, so he'll get an easy A if the game lasts that long, another 2-3 years. Cool. But as of right now, he's just a B unit right now. So that is Kid Gohan. Other side. Okay, he's a reward. Yeah, I'll put him as an A. Is he a Vegeta family lead, a Vegeta family support? He's a Teen Trunks. And why that's has an effect is because we have the Dokkan Fest Trunks now, transforming Teen Trunks that goes from base to Super Saiyan. And I know we have the same name update, so you can run them both together, but we're talking about linking. Like, you might throw this guy off rotation, the other one on main, so the other one's got to be on slot 1. I don't know. Just in my head, he's a decent unit, but he's just there. You know, like, he's a Super Battle Road reward. So he's useful to have and definitely worth, like, he's in the upper echelon of LRs, as I put here. But I don't think he's any higher than an A, personally. So there he is. Okay. Aiokin Goku. Now, he came out for this version Z update. I'll put him here only because if I were a new player, I'm a veteran player. I've been playing for 1,700 plus days. I don't need him. I'm a whale too. That doesn't help either. But if I was a free-to-play player or a new player, he's very good. Like, very, very good. You know, easily farmable. Nothing hard to do. And if it was like a brand new account, he's going to be my unit I run the most. Like, clearly. That's why I put him in S, because he's super valuable that way. Obviously not very valuable to me, but I see the value that he's good, right? So overall, I would say Aiokin Goku for the version Z update belongs in S. All right. Tapion and Minosha. I want to say A, but let me reason it out, and I'll give you my final verdict on how I feel on Tapion. Yeah, look, storied figures, they're the only ones that lead it, so there's that. Siblings Bond is a good category, very good category, so there's that too. So they both support they support both categories, and their kits are not bad. Medium chance of launching an additional super attack when performing Ultra Super, reduces damage by 13% when same turn with each super attack performed. So you want to load up these guys with additionals. And I think the active skill is kind of interesting. Remove all allies' negative effects. So, you know, any debuffing, stuns, or whatever. All allies key 3. Attack and defense 20% for 2 turns. It happens when there's a story figures category ally and a siblings bond category ally self-excluded on the team starting from the 4th turn. Basically, the reason why you know what, I'm gonna bump them down. I think I am. Be like higher up on the B. Yeah, if I'm gonna do this, yeah, this is the order. Like from left to right is what you're seeing in terms of order. Yeah, I think they belong in B because for that to go off more or less when you look at story figures, siblings bond, like you need both. Obviously, you can put both, but the one unit that's obviously going to help you the most is Tapion himself. So, you know, having him on both with you on rotation, like, yeah, you're just running him on one specific team. He's good, but you're only running him on one specific team. That's why I'll put him in B. I feel pretty good and justified there. Oof. All right. Let's do Piccolo and Gohan. Goku, sorry. B. Saviors. They've only got 4 categories, if I remember. Saviors being one of them. They lead saviors. their card is interesting because they get key every time. So in the beginning, they're slow. They don't have a lot of key links. I think they only have shocking speed. Everything else is like attack and defense boost. So getting them to 24 key super, or 18 key super, I should say, is getting more difficult in the beginning and ramps up towards the end. Yeah, and they're in Saviors and Joint Forces, and yeah, put them ahead of these guys. Maybe, like, no, put them ahead of 17. Yeah, this is where I feel comfortable putting Goku. Now, I didn't rainbow them in the start. I rainbowed them now. I bought them with coins. Oh, because I have so many coins. That's why I'm going to use them. But yeah, they don't really need to go any higher than this. I think this is where they're at. Okay. Janemba. Easy S. Put Argue Z, but I'll put him in S. Below Vegeta, because Vegeta has just way more categories, so he's more useful on a lot more categories. But the thing with Janemba, he's useful in all the categories on movie, bosses, Kuroda, body, and mind. Especially Kuroda and body and mind, it needs a lot of help. Sorry for the global players who don't have him because he's not released yet and you need help. He's gonna help you there because he guards as a 18 as a LR. He guards, which is crazy because you got the LR stats and the ability to guard. Nullifies beam supers. High chance to nullify those, so that's fantastic. And he hits pretty hard, but you got to ramp him up, and you got to consciously make the decision of where to put him in order to either guard everything on slot 1 or straight up guard on slot 2, or ramp up attack and defense on slot 2. So 2 or 3, I should say. Yeah, overall, really good. And then the rage mechanic, we haven't had a lot of cards with the rage mechanic for a while. I think Goku Black's the last one that has it. But yeah, high chance to perform a crit when he does this. So, and he's additional key. So rage mechanic's fun. It's fantastic to see. So overall, I would say, yeah, he's an easy S. Would make the argument for Z, but again, if I say, you know, between Z and S, I'd put him on. All right. Last couple ones. We've got 21 LRs released in 2021. You know, iconic. Goku and Angel Goku, Angel Vegeta. Easy S, where an S. Put them at high S. I don't think they're Z tier. It pains me as a Vegeta fanboy to say that. Look, they have so many uses out of them. The fact that they create rainbow orbs, I can take them and put them off rotation and that'd be fine. Power creep's gonna happen. They have utility there. You know, so as time goes on and they get power crept, and again, the reason why I put them in S and on Z, because they don't hit very hard. They really don't. I mean, they were super effective and they have a chance to crit and stuff like that. Yeah, cool, but it's not high enough as a Gogeta fanboy. Not warranted enough to be Z. On top of that, they only foresee super attacks for 5 turns once they fuse, which is short of the 10 turns from Vegito. So that kind of sucks. But they still keep their damage reduction. They can nullify supers. But the problem with nullifying physical supers, it has to be like a slot. Like after they Ultra Super, that's the first part. Then it has to be a physical super. And then, you know, then it happens. So it's not guaranteed to happen every time, and it's very like niche conditions to fulfill to have that happen. So that's the only problem with Goku and Vegeta, or Gogeta as a whole. That's why they're not Z tier just yet. They're just at S, but they link perfectly well with Vegito, the STR one. So like these guys are great. I wish they were movie heroes leads instead of time limit leads, but it is what it is. So pains me to say that this Gogeta is not a Z tier, but he is an S. All right. The last card released in 2021. The last LR is this Gohan and Trunks. Yeah, they're here. They are right there. Now, why do I say that? One-arm Gohan in Dokkan, first time ever. Fantastic. I know, superficial, but they're a really good card. Like, fantastic card. Creates AGL key spheres. Damage reduction. You know, all this stuff out the board. Like, they're great. They're fantastic. Problem I have with them is getting the exchange conditions going isn't it's not difficult, but it's not easy either. So getting to just Gohan, so you knock out Trunks and get to Gohan, he becomes an offensive monster, but no defense at all, which is canon and fine for the type of card. And that's cool. Like the way they designed it is awesome. That's why I put them in S for sure. You could make the argument for Z, but this is why they're not in Z. Because they still require the 8+ key to really hit hard. I mean, he hits hard to begin with, but really be effective and use the full kit, you need 8 key spheres. No longer AGL, but just 8 key spheres. Yeah, he no longer makes changes orbs. So that's the problem. That's my issue why he's bumped down a little bit from Z. Because otherwise, if he made his own orbs and you could get to the 8 key consistently, yeah, he would be definitely Z tier. But again, you get no defense. You're supposed to die and revive. And once you revive, you get to be this defensive monster. You get that bonus key that helps you. But you still, the requirement is getting 8 key spheres to get that boost in damage, right? So overall, I feel like Gohan's Future Gohan Trunks are a great card. Really well designed. I enjoy it. Just one slight flaw in it, which is keeping them from Z. That's my thing. So, with that said, guys, this has been going on long enough. 26 plus minutes. But yeah, this is my tier list. Nolar's tier list of the LRs of 2021. This is where I'd rank them. Jin's list probably looks different. Maybe similar, but probably different. And, you know, if you guys really, really want to see that, go ahead and let us know in the comments, and I'll push him hard enough to go make one himself. So, with that said, guys, I appreciate your time here. The year's winding down. Hopefully, you guys are having a happy and safe holidays. And with that said, I'll catch you on the next one. Nolar, out.